Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have news to share about Donald Trump and his failing social media site. So first, did you guys happen to see or hear about the brawl that broke out at Trump's Michigan rally? Evidently, what you're seeing here is the fight, two different pictures of this fight that went down. These are vendors. These are people who were at the rally. They were selling Trump merchandise. So a total, not Fordle, a total of four men were involved in this. For those listening on the podcast, what I was showing is a couple of photos of the fight. It involved two young white men and two young black men, and three of the four were wearing Trump gear. So no word yet as to what started the fight, but security broke it up. They were all removed from the premises. Are we shocked that Trump supporters can't even get along with each other, let alone the rest of us? Not at all. Not at all. Stay classy, MAGA. That's all I got to say. Next up is news about Trump's latest failing company and its social media site. So Gizmodo news outlet, they got a hold of a bunch of Truth Social complaints that have been filed with the Federal Trade Commission. So they did a Freedom of Information Act, submission and asked for these documents. And the complaints show that Trump supporters are getting hosed. They are getting scammed left and right. So according to the complaints, Truth Social users have lost millions of dollars. It said hundreds of thousands in the report, but when you add it up, it's well over $1 million that these people have lost collectively because the site is just rife with con artists. Go figure. So one man reported losing $21,000 to a quote unquote beautiful woman he was conversing with on Truth Social. So this so-called beautiful woman, which I'm sure was like a Nigerian in a sweatshop somewhere, a man conversing with him. But anyway, this person claimed to be a wealthy entrepreneur. And this man, for some reason, sends her this money. I mean, not some reason, I know why. It was a honeypot scheme. So, she convinced him that she liked him, blah, blah, blah. So in the FTC complaint, he wrote, quote, "I can hardly believe I did that, but she was very persuasive. I am 72 years old and probably just too gullible and lonely at this point in my life." Also, quote, "I haven't told my wife about this blunder. She still doesn't know about it. Gee, I wonder why." And that was not a she, guy. That was not a woman. I mean, they say we don't know what a woman is. They don't know. They really don't know. That was not a woman. That was a man somewhere. Anyway, an Oregon victim, a man between the ages of 70 and 74, said he or she, or I guess I'm saying he, I'm assuming it's a he, but this person said that they were tricked by someone claiming to be the heir to a gold and diamond trader. So this person said they needed to sell, like the supposed gold and diamond heir said, "Oh, I need to sell my late father's assets." And so this Truth Social user told the FTC they, quote, "ended up paying for all the supposed customs fees, attorney's fees, etc." This person is now out $120,000. Another man got scammed out of $170,000 on a different site. And then he went over to Truth Social and someone there sent him a link and said, "Oh, I can help you get your money back. Trust me, I'm going to help you." So this victim wrote in his FTC complaint that he was, quote, first required to put money in an account. And, quote, "they said they were delivering a debit card for my account. It never came. I questioned it, but they then said when my account reached 20,000, I would get one. I refused to add any more funds to my account after that. The lady is still harassing me on Truth Social, telling me to just pay it to get my card." A North Carolina victim, someone between the ages of 60 and 64, told the FTC that they were contacted on Truth Social by someone claiming that there were well-known investors investing their money in cryptocurrency on a site called Elite Republican Trades. They claimed that Trump, Dan Bongino, Devin Nunes, other similar type of people were involved in these trades. And so the victim sent this complete stranger $150,000.
And it's gone. It's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, it's gone. He'll likely never see that money again. Same thing with a Truth Social user from Minnesota. This person was listed as being between the ages of 60 and 64 as well. They got hosed for $500,000. So this victim told the FTC, quote, "Now they want $70,000 for an authentication transfer pin. After I pay this, they promise there will be no more fees and I will receive my assets." Another person in the 65 to 69 age range filed a complaint stating that he lost nearly $169,000 in a cryptocurrency scam. A California Truth Social user lost $133,000. An Iowa resident got scammed out of $110,000. A victim from Arizona is out $100,000, which they say came from their retirement account. Many of these people pulled this money from their retirement funds. A Mississippi victim lost more than $76,000. Another person who apparently lives in Michigan and Virginia part-time reported a loss of more than $73,000. A Texas resident got conned out of $51,000. Another Michigan resident lost $40,000. The list just goes on and on. They named several other cases. So Rolling Stone said that these scams range from romance scams to cryptocurrency schemes. And they explained how the cryptocurrency ploy works. So I just cannot believe this. They wrote that people are falling for this. Quote, "The scammer assumes a fake identity, builds trust with a target, and then convinces them to invest increasing amounts of money into cryptocurrency. The scammer promises high returns on the investment and will direct the victim to a website that appears to be a banking site where it looks like their investment is growing, enticing them to send more money. But when the target tries to withdraw their funds, the scammer disappears and cuts off contact." I mean, this is shocking, right? Who would have ever thought that it would be so easy to trick Donald Trump supporters? Who could have guessed that people who believed Donald Trump's fairy tale about the election were gullible enough to be swindled out of thousands and thousands of dollars? It's just so shocking to me. I mean, to find that the people who still believe he's a successful self-made businessman and billionaire could ever be conned by total strangers on the internet just amazes me. I mean, okay, yes, people are scammed on the internet every day. This isn't unique to Truth Social, but you have to admit, Truth Social is a very rich environment, very target-rich environment, I should say. It is filled with some of the most easily led, easily duped people in America. So yeah, this is like scammers' paradise, right? Oh, well. Anyway, I also have news to share about Truth Social's parent company, Trump Media. So top executives and some staffers have been forced out of the company. And this includes the chief operating officer. So several insiders told news outlets that these people were pushed out because of an anonymous whistleblower complaint about the company's CEO, guy we all know and hate. That would be Trump humper supreme, former Congressman Devin Nunes. So sources told ProPublica the whistleblower complaint accused Nunes of misusing funds, hiring foreign contractors, and interfering with product development. And one source said that after these allegations were made against Nunes, Trump media hired an attorney and had them investigate and interview all of the staff members. And then several of these employees who were interviewed, they were informed, oh, your services are no longer needed. You're going to need to step down. You're going to need to go. So they didn't technically fire them, but they made it clear they wanted them out. And then the source also claims that Trump media offered these people severance packages, but only if they agreed to sign a contract. And in this contract, they had to agree not to publicly accuse the company of wrongdoing. Gee, I wonder why. Wonder what that's all about. I mean, of course they don't want information like that out in the public right before the election, right? And when the stock had been tanking, I mean, they have to keep their sheep in the dark until after the election, because they have to wait until long enough and, until Trump can cash in his shares and either ride off to Venezuela, or ride off to the White House. Because like I keep saying, Trump knows he can't ditch his DJT stock before the election. Everybody's like, oh, see, he said he's not going to sell. He's not. Of course he's not going to sell right now. He's not going to piss off all of his base by tanking the stock, right? Because then he definitely won't win the election. People will be so pissed off losing all of their retirement money, all of their investment, they're not going to vote for him. That would probably be the one and only thing that would stop some of these people from voting for him, because it's all about them. They don't care about the rest of the country. It's all about me, me, me. That's why they're supporters of Donald Trump to begin with, right? So he knows that. He's not going to piss them off before the election, but he wants to definitely keep the value, reasonably high. Well, it's not even high, but he doesn't want it to go to zero. Let's just put it that way before the election, because if he doesn't win, he's definitely going to cash out. And speaking of the value, it has been creeping up over the past week. So it almost made it to 20 today. And then it fell back down to $18, like low $18. Too bad it's not in the 17s, because then Matt Gaetz would be all over it. He'd be snatching it up, right? But anyway, it's too high for him. So it is still far from the high of almost $80, but as you all know, I shared with you guys last month, it plummeted. It was down below $12 a share. It was like $11.75 a share or something ridiculously low. So it's still not great. It's still, like I said, in the low $18 range. So we will see what happens with all of that. We'll see what happens with it if Trump loses. As I've said before, the only thing that might be able to save this company is if Trump wins the election. Outside of that, it's doomed, because it is losing money so fast. I mean, it's just like, it's like a sieve. It's leaking that bad. So I will let you know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe to the channel. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.